I've been impressed with the other Passats I've tested. This one behind me, the all-new 2014 1.8 liter turbo with the all-new engine. Will I still be impressed? Let's find out. It is a nice shape that's very unique to the Passat. It's less round than most modern cars. I think it's hip to be square, or at least square-ish. Of course, that VW emblem remains a very prominent feature. I think the optional alloy 18-inch wheels look great too. All in all, it's a nice shape, easily identifiable as a Passat and a Volkswagen. The interior is also in keeping with other modern Volkswagens. And to me, that's a good thing. These seats are covered in leather and suede, and they're power operated with memory. Plus, they're heated too. The armrest is a bit short, but it does slide forward and backwards. Open it up, and you also have an auxiliary plug-in for your smart or iPhone, another phone connector there, plus a charger. Moving forward, you get a tray, 2 cup holders, and a real handbrake with some nice wood trim too. Here you have the auto manual transmission. You can shift it manually. It does have a sport setting too. Here you have the push button start, which is in a bit of a quirky place, but I think Volkswagen's kind of taken over that quirky aspect from Saab, who used to put the key also right about here. More wood trim here, hides some additional storage, and another charger. The dual zone climate controls, straightforward and easy to use. Right here are the controls for your heated seats. Being a guitar player who plays Fender, Mustang, and Stratocaster, as well as Telecaster guitars, I think it's really cool that Fender does the sound system here. I also think it's cool that Volkswagen has really continued to upgrade their infotainment screen here. This one also houses navigation as well as menus too. The presets have really gotten much better and easier to use over time. On top of the dash here, you get an analog clock and nice wood trim running along the dash and onto the door panels too. It's a nice look. The steering wheel features a prominent Volkswagen badge. Also, controls for Bluetooth, your phone, also your radio, and you also have a menu right here, which you can see up on the gauge cluster, which gives you some nice, useful information. The gauge cluster is very Teutonic in its simplicity. Here you have the standard Volkswagen cruise control. On the other side, of course, window wipers. And, of course, your light controls on the left side here. The steering wheel does tilt and telescope to get you into the ideal driving position. This is a pretty cool feature. Right next to the steering wheel, there's a hidden tray. It'll also hold coins too. On the door, you have controls for your power windows and door locks. You can also pop the trunk, and there's a cup holder and also some additional storage down here too. Overall, it's a nice, simple, but well executed interior. Out back, you get your own vent, plenty of legroom, and seating for 3 across. Pull the armrest down, you get 2 cup holders, plus there's a pass-through to the trunk for skis. Pop the trunk and you'll find that the Passat is definitely ready for long trips with that large trunk. As a bonus, just pull this and you'll find that there's even more room because the seats fold down. Very nice for a large sedan. Underneath, you'll find that there's an almost full-size spare. Powering the Passat is a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine which produces 170 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. That's good for a 0 to 60 time of 7.9 seconds. Not too shabby for such a large sedan with a small engine. Fuel economy is rated at 24 miles per gallon in the city and 34 miles per gallon on the highway. You can expect 28 miles per gallon overall. The Passat ranges from just under $21,000 to just over $33,000. My test car comes in at just under $32,000. That's with the 1.8 liter turbo engine, and with all the options, it's basically a fully loaded car, so there's no options, but it comes with leather seats, of course navigation, heated seats, dual zone climate control, automatic transmission. It's a very well equipped car, and you're out the dealer door at just under $32,000. Now the 1.8 liter turbocharged engine is all new when it takes over for the 5-cylinder 2.5 liter engine. You can also get a turbo diesel, which I've previously tested. Look for my review on YouTube. And also a V6 if you really want true sports sedan speed and performance and handling. Now a new safety feature featured in the Passat is VW's CarNet. And basically that's like GM's OnStar or Hyundai's BlueLink. If you're ever in an accident and unable to call for help, CarNet will call it for you. So that's a great feature. And just for convenience, it can even beam in navigation or directions or even restaurant information. So it's a convenient feature to have, free for 6 months. After that, $199 a year. The backup camera is also a very welcome safety feature. Another great safety feature is the fact that this is a 5-star safety rated car. Kudos to Volkswagen for that. Now the Passat also comes with 2 years, 24,000 miles free maintenance, and that's a great feature to have, definitely. I think it's also great that the Passat is now made in Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's good for American economy and also our American job situation, which is actually, thankfully, getting better by the day. Thanks to companies like Volkswagen, who are now making a lot of their cars right here in the United States. Put it into the sport mode and you can tell there's a difference in throttle response. It definitely revs happier, but 0 to 60 time in under 8 seconds is definitely respectable, and that basically describes the handling of the Passat. It's very respectable. I also do like the fact that you can shift it for yourself if you want to. It definitely retains that German feel, and that's very important, that certain Fahrvergnügen. You know the Passat was made to cruise at Autobahn speeds all day and all night. Checking out the night look. Not too shabby. A lot of red on the console there. Not a huge fan of that. But I like the gauges. Now, competition for the Passat is tough from the likes of the Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, Ford Fusion, and the Nissan Altima. You can look for my reviews of those elsewhere on YouTube. But the Passat seems to follow VW's great for the price of good philosophy. And that delivers you a car that definitely reflects the positive aspects of German engineering, but wraps it all in a very fairly priced people's car that's actually made in America. You can tell that the Passat would be quite comfortable, and more importantly, you and your friends or family would be quite comfortable cruising all day in the Passat, even at Autobahn speeds. It's got that German engineering. It's got that sort of German feel, which means that it's bred for the Autobahn. It's bred to go fast and cruise all day, handle and perform very well at high speeds, yet it's also made for America. It's a large sedan, and it offers a really great amount of luxury and comfort items, also convenient items, plus great fuel economy, all in a package that's really very fairly priced. So yes, I'm definitely still impressed with the Passat, and I think you will be too. I'm Drivin' Ivan Katz.